Do you want to leave that till we reach the fight?
I can do that, Ben, yeah.
All right, nice. Make a note of it.
Or you can superbly edit it out.
That's odd. The thing is, the problem is I'm editing this in my head as we're going, and I'm thinking, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the 16-Shirt Presents. My name's Ben, I'm your host, and I'm joined by the grizzled, tough-talking, 2 days till retirement police detective of action films, Dickie.
Hello.
And local celebrity, Bawley.
Good evening.
This is part 2 of our 4-part review of Steven Seagal's, well, his peak really, the peak of his career. This is Marked for Death, this is his 3rd film, but we're reviewing it in 2nd place because I made a mistake and watched the film and made notes, not realising it was the 3rd film.
Stitched this up.
Yeah. So, Marked for Death, produced by 20th Century Fox, directed by Dwight H. Little, and written and produced by Michael Grace, Mark Victor, and subject to a legal ruling, Steven Seagal.
Always got to get involved.
So, co-starring Basil Wallace as Screwface,
Screwface!
Keith David as Max, Hollywood heartthrob Johnny 23 himself, Danny Trejo as Hector, and Tom Wright as Charles. And of course, in the lead role of John Hatcher is the Mojo Priest himself, Steven Seagal. Random shout out to assistant sound effects editor Kim Nolan. Released in 1990 and made on a budget of 12 million, it grossed 46 million in the US and I think it was 53 million worldwide, half a million of that being in the UK.
Poor showing.
Firstly, the cast. Anyone want to talk about the cast? 2 actors that did impress me in this film was Basil Wallace as Screwface and Tom Wright as Charles. I believe they both spent time in Jamaica getting the lingo right before the film started.
I got a bit confused by it. To me, when I first watched it and you first see the Jamaicans, I got a bit confused between if I was watching like Cool Runnings on acid. I expected Sunker to turn up with his little leg.
There's something I've noticed about the film as well, is that although we're reviewing these out of sync, it went Nico, Hard to Kill,
awesome.
Marked for Death. Sharon Stone, Nico, Hard to Kill, Kelly LeBrook.
Yeah.
No,
just a sister.
yeah, there's no love interest in this one.
No.
So it's really odd because you think Seagal would demand a love interest, bearing in mind all the sexual harassment suits he's had in his previous 2 films.
He just loves Jesus, doesn't he? That's all very sensitive.
Go on.
On every film, he's either at church or he's preaching.
Yeah, he's confessing a lot.
Or one of his friends is a priest or something like that.
He's definitely a Jesus man.
I thought one thing about, to me, it's like a full hour to see some proper martial arts. Bear in mind, the last one, I was seeing a lot of it, like from the word go, like bang, 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 bang. In this bit, I was thinking it almost like he wanted to get his acting over first. Look how good I am at just doing acting and shooting. And
or his clothing. Or his clothing.
Put his new jackets on.
I think he must have a range. He must have a Seagal clothing range.
We could tell he's late because he's moved from blazers, isn't he? Blazers, suits to like casual jackets.
To all-in-one barbers.
All-in-one like onesies. He was an innovator, wasn't he?
Yeah, there is a Steven Seagal energy drink, but there's not a Steven Seagal clothing range.
Only available in Russia.
They seem to cast a lot of
Jamaicans.
For the pussy. You need a big posse though, don't you?
I'm not impressed by the cast, especially the woman who you thought might be a love interest, but just sort of fades away. Really,
the posse expert, the Jamaican law expert.
She's got the moody eyebrows.
Yeah, she's got this weird sort of skeletal face, hasn't she?
Yeah, but the cast was quite a basic. Not a lot of cast compared to our last podcast. I think Nico had a lot more cast. I think a very few like big parts in this film. I think. I mean, even the sister hasn't got a big part, has she? Really? We know what happens to the daughter, obviously.
No, well, do we? Do we know what happens to the daughter?
There's a lot of unfinished scenes.
We meet John Hatcher chasing down villain Hector, played by Danny Trejo, through the rundown streets of a small Colombian town looking for information on a local drug cartel. After apprehending Hector and throwing him into the boot of his car, Hatcher and partner locate the cartel's headquarters and attempt a sting operation. The operation is ruined upon the cartel's discovery of Hector, and a firefight ensues, leaving Hatcher's partner barely able to walk due to 3 bullet wounds to the heart.
That's smarted, isn't it?
Why are they in
And
Colombia?
Hatcher questions his job. Right. That's the opening. The opening of.
Can we break down?
Mark
Why
for
is
Death.
Seagal in Colombia?
Well, he works for the DEA, the Drugs Enforcement Agency.
Yeah.
So they're obviously there
But
to.
I take it they have a
stop the
license
sorts.
to work abroad.
Yeah, it's all government sanctioned. These are state-sanctioned killings.
Yeah.
Good scene there. I mean, there's an arm chop off, isn't there?
A real reminiscent of the one in the first film.
Yeah, he's like his hand cleaves straight off.
Yeah. It is quite a brutal scene, isn't it? The first scene.
And even before that, when he first goes in there, there's like one of the head honchos there, and he's standing in a really unorthodox position as he walks in, a bit reminiscent of like David Brent in the office. He comes in and they're all talking, and he's up on a chair.
Oh, yeah,
One
calendar
leg.
pose.
Kind of like this,
Hey,
like,
this
waiting
is
for it to
this is
come
what
out.
I'm wearing and how I'm standing in March.
It was just like Brent's interview in the office when he gets a new secretary coming. It was alright. It made him look the opposite of like scary and a big boss.
Definitely.
To be honest, that first scene, I didn't really know what was going on.
Very, very rushed.
And straight away, my thing was like, oh, this is going to be like Steven Seagal playing the opposite. He's a bit more tough. He was slapping about people.
Yeah,
I'd
he
seen
slaps
that
everyone
first.
about.
He even slaps the kid.
Chico, I'm disappointed. How you doing? You look great. You look good.
His partner takes 3 bullet wounds directly to the heart and still manages to stumble out.
Yeah. No way. Impossible.
No shit.
I challenge any man to that.
Apart from that, the arm chop, which was awesome, and it actually looked like an hand falling on the floor. I thought that was pretty good. There's an element there where it started to go a little bit slow mo.
Right.
And it reminded me, I watched Garth Marenghi's Dark Place the other night, and he does a bit saying there is a lot of slow mo in this, and that is because we were like
We had a lot of time to film.
So,
Yeah.
but it only appears, I think, 2 other times. But it reminded me for that scene, thinking, where's it going? And it
Yeah,
had a
do
bit
we
slow-mo.
send another camera unit out there to film some, like, 2 minutes more background footage?
Yeah.
Or do we just use slow
Slow-mo.
motion in the footage that we've got?
You're home. Let me look at you. Oh, you look great.
You look great. Well, you look like Melissa now, huh? 20 years younger?
Thank you. I accept all compliments from handsome men. Everything all right? You sounded strange on the phone.
No, I'm not. It's all right. I'm just a little tired.
We've come to the right place to rest.
Returning to Chicago to stay with family, Hatcher catches up with old army buddy Max, who is now a football coach at the local high school. So this is the big reunion thing where he goes home. I'm assuming he's
Chicago again.
like, yeah, back in Chicago. Am I imagining it? His sister wasn't expecting him, was she?
No,
So he's just turned up at his sister's door and said, "Hey, I'm home."
Uncle John's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he meets that old woman, and it's a bit flirty.
Yeah.
With the old woman, but I'm assuming the old woman is his mum.
I'm the same as you. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's a family friend or
Yeah.
is it? Because you don't see her
Because-
again, do you?
Yeah,
That's
never
his
see her-
sister's
you never
house.
see her again, yeah.
That's his sister. Yeah, you never see her again. That's a trait for characters in Seagal films.
Yeah.
Big house as well. for
Hey,
some-
hello, yeah,
kid.
never see you again.
Yeah.
But that's a big house. His sister lives there. He turns up uninvited, and he's got his own room, his own childhood room.
Which is weird in itself because it's like almost like shriney. Is that to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
how long
yeah.
he's been away for?
So either that's his childhood home, and his sister owns it somehow, or that's his sister's home, and she's got a room dedicated with a shrine of her brother,
Yeah.
John Hatcher, in it.
What a brother, though. If I had a brother like,
I'd keep the room.
if I had a brother like that, I'd be afraid to change the room. He'd like come back and like snap your arm or like cut your arm off.
Or is he supposed to?
That was my 100% attendance record certificate you've thrown away.
Or was he supposed to say that he's been away for so long? You know, part of his character is, you know, wherever I lay my hat's my home. So I've got my own roots.
Wherever I lay my high school football jersey and photos of me is where I lay my hat. Is where I call my home.
He wants to stop using that picture in his films as well.
Yeah.
I've seen that childhood baby picture.
It's like, why have I got a picture of Nico Toscani in my room? He's my hero. But I'm assuming this is his sister has taken over his old family home, and that's his old bedroom.
Yeah.
And that's his old framed antique gun collection.
Yeah, but at what age did he get that? Did he get that at like 15 along with like a baseball glove?
He's American.
Oh yeah, then we get that scene where, do you know, the cartel and the posse meet to discuss their a drug dealer arrangement.
Yeah.
Just in the club?
And no, this is before the club.
Right.
The Colombian cartel leader doesn't understand a word that Screwface says, so just nods politely and goes, yeah, the beach is that way. And,
Which way to the beach?
and plans to betray him. He gets that Latino witch to put a curse on him.
Worst curse ever.
Yeah, and obviously Screwface, being his voodoo magic, knows that he's been cursed and knows that he's been set up by the cartel, and the setup takes place later on in the pub. So we'll get up to that bit.
But the curse itself was like with the Bacardi.
Yeah, that classic 1,000-year-old curse of spitting Bacardi at a chicken.
With a Cuban cigar.
It wasn't even lit.
It wasn't even like it wasn't like Eye of Noon, Wing of Bat. It was like Cuban. Basically a good night in.
Yeah.
Is this on one of these club scenes? Is this the one with you see the first bird get shot, the topless bird?
No, what? Where? No, that's where she's the girl who shoots his partner in the heart. That's in the opening. That's when they're in Colombia at the start.
There are more topless birds in it, obviously.
No, I quote from that.
Don't worry, Baldy. There's going to be more fucking topless birds.
No, I had that in a different order. That's annoying. Because I just noticed that when she got shot...
You watched it twice today. I'm noticing there was definitely a lot more shooting in this film. It was gun heavy.
Yeah. More shooting than martial arts.
I think that progresses as he goes on. First film, not so much shooting.
I think as he becomes less mobile as he gets older and gigantic.
But them first 4 films were recorded in 2 years.
He was in his peak.
89 to 91.
Yeah.
Was his as I say, it was his big 4.
Even though your point, he looks about 20 years older in this film. From the
yeah, I noticed that. I mean, this is only 1990 this was released. Am I right?
89 was Nico.
And 89 was Nico, so that's only 1 year, and it's not even like 6 months since Hard to Kill. It seems to have aged like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's what Hollywood does, yeah.
Celebrating their reunion at a local bar, talk turns to drugs, and the local Jamaican posse responsible for flooding the town with narcotics. Several members of the posse are operating in the bar, and a gunfight starts when a dozen men in trench coats are ID'd as Colombian cartel members who have decided against working with the posse due to not understanding a word they say. So this is the big fight. And Hatcher takes everyone down.
Yeah.
Big gunfight in this bar.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not really a fight, is it? It's more of a gun. Is he wearing his tiger jacket?
Oh, we've got to talk about that.
Because this is a night out. Whenever he's out for a night out, he's tiger jacket.
This is it's his smart jacket, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not. I've got here naughty jacket. Bit similar to Rocky's jacket.
Rocky, yes, fucking Rocky 2.
So when he gets a bit of money, then after he's goes out, buys a nice car, watch. He can't tell the time.
He must have seen Rocky 2.
He's a little bit of Rocky in there. He loves that jacket. I loved it. That jacket was beautiful.
It's like, well, it was SS, wasn't it? Steven Seagal. Sylvester Stallone. He thought, I've got to go with him.
He was wearing an SS jacket.
That is a jacket. That jacket he has got. Like the first film was all about the blazer. He was smart, tucked up, nice trim.
Yeah.
This one's a bit like sports casual, smart. So there's a lot of jacket, nice silk jacket a bit later on, scarf, mixing it up a bit. He's got a whole range. He's got a whole range.
Back to Dicky's idea of the Steven Seagal fashion range.
It's a good idea. It had legs.
Sleeveless t-shirts and what are those jackets called?
Barber jackets.
Barber onesies.
Yeah, but barber onesie. Yeah. Bottoms. I've never seen a barber bottom. That was when he ordered him. I'll have a beer
and a double.
A double beer.
2 beers making us a double.
It's like in the Ladyboys.
A double beer.
Never had a double beer before.
2 beers Seagal.
Got an emergency here.
Call a doctor.
Listen, give me a beer. Give my man here a double.
You know, I don't do doubles on the first date.
Now that's not what I heard.
Well, you never had a double beer. What is it? 2 beers.
I'll have one of them.
With high school PE teacher Max organising the arrests, the posse members swear vengeance, and Hatch's family home is shot to pieces, and Hatch's niece is left fighting for her life.
Shoulder wound.
It's the
and
drive-by,
hand
isn't it?
wound. Yeah, shoulder and hand wound. Fighting for life.
And what makes you laugh though is that
I'll eat that for breakfast.
when he's on that massive shootout, it goes through from left to right as you watch it as a viewer. Everything's smashed up. The TV's already got bullet holes for it, and it ain't even got to the telly yet.
Baldy has been busy.
These films are full of stuff like that. Like people having bullet wounds before they've been shot and stuff like that.
The end scene with
Amazing.
what's his name? Sort of fucking stick hanging out his arse. The beheaded. Screwface.
Spoonface.
You've ruined Screwface.
Spoonface.
Spoonface.
Oh, Spoony.
Yeah, spoonface.
Spoonface. That's my favourite bit, son.
Also, did anyone notice Seagal's hair?
What, a ponytail?
Remember, this is pre-wig, right? He's got his ponytail, but he's got cut bits around the back and sides.
Yeah.
Grow it out, man.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, get the whole thing in a bunch.
Yeah. When that's first for that scene, we know that he's obviously he's taking it to the family. It's never going to be the same again, is it? For Seagal?
Well, you know that as soon as they have the We Mean Business shot.
Yeah.
When he leaves the hospital after changing jackets twice.
Oh,
He's gone for, what's that jacket called again?
Barber
jacket, to tiger jacket, to barber jacket, walks out.
Yeah,
Max, high school PE teacher Max is hanging around, and instantly falls in line with his step.
On the road.
And they're off. We've got a We Mean Business camera shot. Just like Nico, where he walks through the hospital, where he's wearing that lovely white top.
Yeah.
And it's covered in blood.
Yeah.
This is the we're going into business for ourselves
He
shot.
spends a lot of time in hospital, doesn't he, Seagal?
He does love an hospital,
Not
doesn't
for
he?
himself.
He does put a lot of his loved ones in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're related to Seagal, you're fucked.
And he's got that massive scene where he's basically being passive aggressive with that doctor, isn't he? To say, treat her like the president. He's like, I treat everyone the same. He's like, no.
Treat her like she's the president of the United States.
He's Terminator, man, isn't he?
Yeah. He spends a lot of time in hospitals, doesn't he?
I can't believe the doctor didn't turn around and go, I'm sorry, who are you?
Yeah.
Treat her like that. Do you think I don't get that from every fucking
family member
who comes in? Like, I don't automatically know you're a former DEA agent.
Yeah, but he's probably tripping from the Terminator. He's probably thinking, shit, did that
Not
happen?
again. Not again.
Did that actually happen?
I've been
Did
here
you ever
before.
see someone like die and like get shot and then
It's like, I can't treat you on this. I'm dealing with
Judgment Day.
Skynet's gone live, people. Skynet's gone live. I've got no time to treat anyone.
Whatever problems you've got.
it's that time era as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like 1990, when was Terminator 1 and 2 released?
Oh, must be 80s. Must be
Terminator 2 was 1990, I think, because
Yeah, it was 87.
Guns N' Roses did the soundtrack, Use Your Illusion, and that was 91.
Yeah, I mean, Terminator would have definitely been out. So
Terminator's well out.
He was in it.
Yeah. So he's got Skynet on his mind.
Exactly. He's got a bigger fish to fry, if I'm honest.
He's thinking, fuck off, Seagal. Give me real beef. Give me real shit.
And again, we don't know, like you mentioned, Rich, I don't think we know if the girl made it, do we?
It's never resolved. We never find out.
And we never see the son.
We get a little, oh, she's stable comment later on. But
judging by Seagal's mood, she makes it.
Yeah, what about the son? There was a son.
He slapped him.
Where is he? Yeah, he fucking gave him a welcome slap to the
They probably
face.
see what was going to happen and thought, fuck this, I'm jogging on.
I'm going to go and live with Dad.
As soon as they started drawing on the carpet, he was like, fuck that.
So, yeah.
I'm getting all sorts of, I can walk mud on the carpet and I'm in shit, and someone's drawing on it and I'm not fucking off.
On the hunt for information, Hatcher shakes down local mafiosi Jimmy Fingers and his Jamaican toilet attendant.
That's weird. Journey was fluttering.
Jimmy seemingly pulls a gun out of his arse, resulting in a headshot from Hatcher.
In a thong.
And Nesta, the toilet attendant, jumps from the window. Cue bad joke. Where did Nesta come from? There's this whole scene with these two birds and Jimmy Fingers in his black thong.
There was no need for that bloke being in the toilet. We don't know what he was doing in there.
Yeah, and there was no need for Jimmy Fingers to be wearing a black thong.
Black thong. But, do you know what it is like? One of the other girls in there was all done up in leather. So are we supposed to think it was a part, the blonde one had all leather over her chest and it was a bit dominatrixy? Is that part of a bit something sleek? It wasn't just normal.
I don't know, I'm
Freeway.
thinking
It was
this
a
is
bit
more
sleazy.
you than the film.
I was not in the scene. Watch the scene again.
Baldy's going to the bathroom.
Paulie, if Seagal hadn't burst in, where would this scene have gone?
I don't think. We had a shooter in his pants, so it could have gone.
The Jamaican was
He had one in his eyes, keister him, a fucking
That was
shooter.
weird. Rummaging around when he's back against the wall trying to get it out. And again, he's dead before the bullet goes in him.
Oh, yeah.
His eyes are shut.
Yeah.
He's on the back.
His eyes are shut because he's thinking this squib on my forehead's going to go off at any minute.
Now, apparently, the death count for this is only like 27 in this
Oh, what, the edited version or the original version? Because a lot of people get threatened with death and then
in the bar
casually kicked.
and in the bar scene as well.
And we get that bad joke that, please, don't write jokes for Steven Seagal because he cannot deliver them. That whole, one of them, whatever, thought he
Could fly. One
could fly and one of them thought he couldn't die or something like that.
What happened? They were both wrong. Everyone who attacks Seagal in his film, like rather than just attack him,
Comes
they
off
call.
worse.
They like have a verbal.
worse.
They have a verbal tussle as well. Like,
One thought he was invincible, the other thought he could fly.
So?
They were both wrong.
Upon hearing of Nesta's death, Screwface demands Hatcher's death.
yeah.
And a voodoo symbol is left at Hatcher's house. After consulting a posse expert, Hatcher learns that he and his family are marked for death. Right, so this is Screwface in that really minimalist factory, just sitting at that table. He's wearing that really leery jumper.
Benetton.
The United Colours of Benetton jumper.
What are they even playing?
With the Conor McGregor gun motif sewn into it.
All over it, yeah.
That made that. I like that jumper.
Yeah.
It went from bad to
Yeah,
fucking. That's pretty smart.
It was nice, like outdoor furniture as well.
Yeah.
They was like, I want it minimalistic, but I want it cool, and I want it a bit feng shui. So I want the pool table, even though we've got a massive warehouse. I want it quite a distance from where we're sitting. If I want to play pool, I don't want it close. I want to work for it. I want to walk a while.
Yeah. And if I want to go to the toilet, I want to get some exercise. I want a 10-minute walk to the toilet. Put this table in the middle of the room.
Well, he goes ballistic, doesn't he? He goes absolutely mental.
He's not-
and he's
Yeah,
like,
but-
he's an inch away from that fella's face.
Too close. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
He's like virtually touching. I thought he was going to kiss him.
Yeah.
I thought like Spoonface was going to kiss him.
But I'm thinking, like, bear in mind Steven Seagal isn't in this scene. There's some good acting. It's probably one of the best acted scenes.
Yeah.
Screwface is intimidating.
Scary.
There's legitimate,
Yeah. Seagal-
believable banter between the people. The way they're talking to one another. It's not forced. And it's completely Seagal. He's so angry, he's like, you kill John Hatcher or I kill you.
Yeah.
And he wrenches table leg out the table and just clubs someone, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then off camera in a second replaces that table leg because it's right back where it was. Well, so when a call to his sister is cut off, Hatcher races home to save her from the posse home invasion. So this is where she wakes up. Hatcher phones up his sister to check up on her. She wakes up, she's taking her bra off, she's relaxing.
Why not?
And the telephone gets cut off. She goes down and she gets taken downstairs by the posse in a home invasion. They put up a lovely display of candles.
Again.
And a nice little sacrificial altar. And they begin to strip her while Hatcher races home to save her.
And this part of in this scene is the first part for Hatcher. There's about 3 parts in this film where they had a massive opportunity to kill him cold.
Oh,
yeah.
You
know, if they waited,
not left the back garden.
Not left
just
the garden.
gone out in the back garden and waited.
3 of them, 3 on 1.
I mean, who knows? They might have been making a cup of tea.
Yeah, might have been in the toilet.
Just had a break.
They go in the toilet, come out, and no one's in the house. What did I miss?
Oh, we're waiting for Seagal. This is taking ages. He's fucking driving like a pussy.
Get a brew on.
We'll get a brew on. And then he's bowled in and everything like, oh, fuck's sake, yeah, come at this time. Just pouring milk. Pouring milk.
It's the first of massive opportunities to kill him.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's one of the big 2.
Good odds, 3 to 1. 3 on 1.
Because I thought that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
You lure him in to your trap.
Yeah.
But they lured him into the trap and then picked up the trap and
They could have stood behind the door as soon as he busted open. Machete ran back the head or something.
Yeah.
But they just jogged on.
In retaliation, responsible citizens Hatcher and Max lock and load and pull up on some posse members next to a child's playground. Shots are exchanged. After a car chase where Hatcher displays a remarkable gift for firing a handgun two-handed and pulling off a U-turn simultaneously, Hatcher kills the gangsters slowly and precisely in that jeweller's shop. It is a jeweller's shop, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of glass cabinets.
Yeah, and that car chase, I've read, is a total, fucking tribute to the French Connection.
Is it?
And I picked up a lot on that in Nico as well. I don't know whether the directors have just got this, well, we've got quite a small budget. Let's film it like the French Connection, because the French Connection, it worked.
Yeah, I should imagine it's more
because there's like these car chases in, and Nico was filmed very much with like the background noise in the police station, lots of good dialogue going on in the background, made it give it an authentic feel. And in this one, like the car chase is a direct tribute to the French Connection.
Yeah, there was only one car chase in
Yeah, and if I made the French Connection, I'd be pretty insulted.
Yeah.
That this is the best they could do as a tribute. But yeah, there's the car chase, and we see ends up in that jewelry shop where there's that fight. The yardie or the posse member, whatever we're calling him,
Posse,
picks up that umbrella, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What best to take on Seagal?
He's probably one of the best fight scenes in the actual film. The 2 run off to the back of the store, don't they? Like thinking they're getting away with it, and then
because
that's it. Cornered, that's it. This is the end of the store.
He does your favourite stabbing of the film.
Oh yeah. He turns around.
Just like casual,
he snaps his arm back. Yeah,
it's fast, but it's deliberate and slow enough for you to see it.
He bends his arm back with the blade, and
Yeah.
then takes it out of his hand, and then he just
drives a knife directly through his heart, and they look like they're running away, but then
Yeah.
they get cornered, and it's the whole one white boy against 2 brethren.
and one of them's got an umbrella. It's like it's like he almost wants to, like Last Crusade when he's batting away
My armies are the birds in the sky.
batting away the birds. He's going to come running out. On a private note, talking about Last Crusade with Connery, he actually broke his wrist. Steven Seagal. Didn't you know that?
Broke Connery's wrist.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal was a stunt advisor or a fight choreographer.
Never Say Never Again.
Never Say Never Again, I think, with Sean Connery, which is his film after Moore took over. Because Connery quit, Moore took over, and then a rival studio bought the rights to Never Say Never Again.
Yeah.
And
He was well holding that one, though.
and Steven Seagal broke his wrist.
Good.
Like coordinating a fight.
Yeah.
Out of the entire film, this is the first I've come for you and I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
Well, this
Scene. It's not an incidental, it moves the plot along. This is an attack.
Yeah.
This is a plot device, it moves the film on, rather than a fucking I'm out buying an ice cream from the ice cream man. Someone pushes in front of me and knows a moderate amount of martial arts.
This is fresh. This is fresh from like the shooting, isn't it? So
he's got the arm.
He wants to kill people.
He's
hence the stabbing with that geezer right in the chest. He drives that bad boy in.
Yeah, and he eventually kills one with just a little kick.
Yeah.
Did you see Seagal just toss away that gun? He was firing it. Nothing come out. He just looked at it like, why am I holding you? Threw it away and just pulled out another gun. He's like a Pez, just firing out fucking guns into his own hand.
Run out of ammo and thought, oh, this is no good to me. My other gun's like a different gun. Well, judging by how many guns he had in his school child
on the wall
gun selection, he's probably like, that's what he was used to.
But he's carrying all these guns yet. None of them ruin the lining of his suit or anything like that, do they? It's like proper fucking disposable guns. I love the way his mate Max just turns up after everything's done and just gun butts that bloke. He's like, yeah, last word.
He was in the same car.
I know.
It's not like he got a
Where
bus.
have you been? Later, during a nighttime drive, Hatcher barely escapes an ambush by Screwface, and although shaken by the experience, he arms up for the end game. Jamaican cop Charles joins our group of heroes, and the team test their modified weapons on a side of beef.
Well, let's go back to the. Let's go back to the. Right, the
nighttime drive.
Yeah, he nighttime. I don't know where he's coming from. Probably buying a new barber jacket.
Where is he coming from? He's had an afternoon. Buying another jacket, stealing another jacket.
Getting another barber jacket, a fresh barber jacket. Coming back, and then he sees a Jamaican stopping traffic. You'd think straight away, right? This is
This is suspicious.
Out of the blue. I've got a Jamaican stopping traffic who I've got major beef with. But I'll allow it and then drive towards the JCB and then baldy step in.
Well, it's a bizarre thing to think there's a lot of I know they do a lot of highway maintenance at night. The road's empty. And for Seagal,
it looks lovely.
It is.
It's a lovely night. Every lawn is well manicured.
There's like pansies on the grass. And then he rolls up to it slow. We're getting frustrated at this point because he's behind a stop sign.
He's like his facial and his hands. He's like, come on.
Benny stopped. He got stopped for 2 seconds.
So a 2 second delay. And he's like, what? Fucking I'm driving here.
He hasn't driven in England.
He'd been on the M25, isn't he?
Everyone would be dead. He'd drive down Regent Street and then like 2 seconds later he'd be out the car just fucking chopping people.
But yeah, 2 seconds.
It would be like that Lynx advert, like he's spraying fucking Lynx on and like everyone's running towards him and he's just taking them down. I've been stopped in my car for 2 seconds.
It's like his spider senses aren't tingling at all. This might be something dodgy. And even when he looks in the rearview mirror and he sees that van getting close, he still don't think, that's pretty close. And then his fingers start to come down me with like the front bit down. Should I get out? No, I'll just see how it pans out.
I'll toot him politely.
I'll toot him and say,
I'm here. Can you see me?
Sorry, I'm here.
Give you some of that on the doors.
And again, that's the second opportunity they get to kill him cold.
Why didn't they stick around?
To sit, always wait to see the body bend.
So I'm going to assume this car's going to blow up.
He's tapping the doors, isn't
he?
He's trying to escape. He's like he's trying to. Like,
it's like, you know there's a handle you have to pull.
Yeah.
Like you pull the handle, then push. You don't just fucking pat a cake the inside. The
car's been crushed. Nothing's going to work. And he's like that, like stroking the side of the car. And he could have shot him, couldn't he?
He could have shot him.
Spoonface could have fucking shot him in the face.
I know. He could have hung around for 2 seconds, just gone bang. And like Seagal can never perform that stuff again. He's never squeezing himself out of that.
If he was to chuck a petrol bomb, chuck it in his face.
And how easy?
Yeah.
Well, that was the most fragile bottle as well. He like just.
Then your second part of the scene was when they start getting their guns together, which is almost like the first montage we see.
Yeah, you have this you have this Rocky montage of everyone getting along and doing their bit and researching what they're good at. And Seagal's modifying his sniper rifle.
With tinted glasses, which he raised later on in the
silencer.
Lawman episodes.
And they just start...
The tinted ones that casually hide some crow's feet.
They hire the big fucking padded puffy eyes.
Puffy.
And there's, they just start shooting this side of beef. Where are they?
Rocky.
Where are they?
I've a Rocky in there.
No, and Rocky again.
In the fridge freezers.
Fucking hell, he's trying to
That's
live
a big
Rocky's
old
side
life,
of beef.
isn't it?
He's got that from
But
Polly.
they're in some meat factory, and no one's noticed this fucking missing slab of beef
Yeah.
with the bullet holes.
Polly. He's let him in, hasn't he, after hours? I'll sweat you. I'll sweat you.
My God, they're just obsessed with Sylvester Stallone.
I'd love to do a podcast about Paulie, like of Sopranos.
I thought you said without Paulie. about Paulie
Massively
from the
rude.
Sopranos.
No, it's a Paulie Soprano. That'd be amazing.
Tracking Screwface to Jamaica, the team smuggle their substantial arsenal through customs to finally end his regime.
On a plane as well.
I know, just like they've
fly in
basically
it.
made all these weapons.
We got a
And just put them on a plane.
Tobacco.
We got a bobs.
You call
Guess what we've got in our bobsleigh? Fucking M60.
got a bobsleigh too.
Max apologises to Charlie for assuming Jamaica was all dope dealing and dreads.
Racist.
Cue cutaway shots of cloudy-eyed, vest-wearing tramps looking confused.
This is the first time I ever got the idea it's not all sunshine and bikinis. I owe you an apology, man. Because until today, I thought all Jamaicans were dope dealing dreads.
Oh no, man. Don't feel you have to apologize for nothing, man. Man, these streets are hard out here. Some people make a bad choice, that's all. They say life is hard.
Acting on the tip, the Mojo Priest uses animal magnetism to lure in one of Screwface's girlfriends from across the nightclub.
How's the music go?
And
Ben's gone Lion King.
Why'd you call him the Mojo Priest?
Mojo Priest is the name of Steven Seagal's second solo album.
He's made 2 albums, hasn't he? 2 albums.
Mojo Priest.
Oh, fucking hell.
2 albums he's made.
I think the first one's something about a crystal cave.
It's Crystal Cave. First album's Crystal Cave.
Fucking
Second one, Mojo Priest.
Mojo Priest. Right, and the secret that they learn is that Scarface has 2 heads and 4 eyes.
The bird he meets who's been with Screwface at the club.
Yeah. She tells him where he is.
That's the bit where he uses you, because he just walks into the club and just stands there.
Yeah.
And this woman comes to him.
Yeah.
She woos him. Well, he woos her.
It crosses his mind whether to do a walking onto the dance floor dance.
Yeah.
There's a little glimpse. He comes in and he's
skin on his knees.
his arms. He does. He starts to move, and then he thinks better of it. That's why he crosses his arms. But again, even before that, you know that picture they say, oh, like she used to hang around with Screwface. It's not like a picture taken from a lens in a car, like if you're under surveillance. Yeah. It's like she's on a beach posing.
It's like those cards you get in Vegas.
Yeah, it tells him very little.
Yeah.
Nothing. Look, he's got 2 heads and 4 eyes. With hindsight, that's a massive clue.
Massive, yeah.
But at the time, it's meaningless. Like, what can you do with that?
Yeah.
Deciding that a heavily attended party is the perfect time to attack, Hatcher infiltrates Screwface's family home using stealth and picks off posse members one by one, after which he abandons the stealth approach by blowing up a building, with Max providing covering fire with his airplane safe station mounted M60.
And it massively helped them that they were in Jamaica and all the foot soldiers were stoned Like, the ones he takes out were all sparking up joints. And he took about 4 out in the head. The one on the outer perimeter.
He shot to kill, as I say, the death count definitely went up in that last scene.
Yeah. Well, yeah, massively. That was it felt like it was, at some points it felt like it was well planned. I mean, sometimes it felt a little bit haphazard. If I'm honest.
What, like the blowing up of the building?
Yeah.
It's like, let's be really quietly blow up that fucking building.
But like,
Why sniper?
But
Why
And
silent
why the
sniper?
party?
Yeah.
Why is there a party happening?
yeah, but again, you do it. Oh,
It's always party time in Jamaica.
and like, they spent a whole montage putting silencers on guns
Yeah.
and then blew up the building.
Only to take some C4 with it.
He didn't even use that gun, did he?
He used all the bullets on the meat,
gate-
didn't he?
Well, the thing is, that
gun
silencer,
he didn't
it
even
must have
use.
worn itself out because later on it wasn't being very silent. Fighting his way through the building, Hatcher is captured and tied to a sacrificial altar. Making good his escape. Seconds later.
He does it all the time. Same as Nico.
Yeah, with the serum.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, tie me up for a second because escape would look
Yeah.
good.
Houdini!
You could, as I say, you could tie him up with barbed wire and he'd get out.
Yeah, like,
Not a scratch
almost
on it.
immediately.
Yeah.
Making good his escape, he leads 3 military-looking guards a merry dance, much to the concern of the onlooking Screwface. Hatcher goes on to castrate and behead Screwface. What did you say when I was reading?
Who's your screw face?
Spoonface.
Spoonface. Much to the concern of an onlooking Spoonface. Hatcher goes on to castrate and behead Spoonface in what Seagal has described as his greatest ever on-screen kill.
On screen.
What off-screen kills has Seagal?
I dread to know.
You're right how you see people when Screwfix gets decapitated. You see people operating him like a fucking muppet.
Who's screw face? That means spoon
His hands
face.
coming up like Kermit the Frog. Operating it with a stick.
Oh, spoon face.
Oh, mate. How did you not notice that?
I thought it was a bit suspicious at the time when it felt like if the fight scene, if it was going to be the end fight scene, it would have gone on longer.
Yeah, it's like it was after like an hour and 10
Yeah.
minutes, hour and 15 minutes, this fight scene. So it's clearly not the final fight.
Yeah, but I mean, when I first watched it, I thought it was.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a short.
But it's an
quick
easy
fight.
death, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Screwface doesn't. Like you see by the end, there's a protracted sword fight.
Yeah.
But this one, it's over quite quick in the blink of an eye, and you're left feeling like you want more.
Yeah.
Returning to Chicago, Team Hatcher display Screwface's severed head to the Chicago posse in an attempt to get them to leave town. A severed head through. Oh, okay, you got your silenced sniper rifle, semi-automatic sniper rifle through customs. You got your station-mounted M60 through customs and your night vision goggles. You brought back Screwface's severed head. An apparently resurrected Screwface
Screw face. Spoon face.
emerges and runs a sword through Charles's back, leading to shots being exchanged between sides. Screwface makes a leisurely escape.
Yeah. And that's
Gets in the lift, presses the button, folds his arms and waits to be taken up.
and
And
again,
the
it's
normal hot shot, Seagal misses him.
yeah,
He's only got.
Yeah.
He's got a good
shoot or anything. innit?
waist down to aim at.
Got those legs and waist. And again, that bloke dies. The bloke he kills with the knife, with the sword, he's putting a dying face before it even goes through him. So he's doing that.
Yeah,
You wonder what happens, and then a second later, it goes through him.
yeah. It's like the director's gone, like, go.
Yeah,
action.
action.
Yeah. Why couldn't I
What
think
sort
of
of film?
action?
This is a rubbish,
go.
what a rubbish producer.
The only person. Can you imagine that turning up on your first day of work
Go.
as the producer,
Ready,
as the
steady,
director,
go.
and going, go.
Yeah, he was.
Don't you mean action? With Max pinning down the posse, Hatcher tracks Screwface through a maze of product placement.
Cause.
What's the other one
Red
called?
Stripe or
Red
something
Stripe.
like
To a nightclub, where Screwface leaves Hatcher no option but to gouge his eyes out, break his spine and drop him down an elevator shaft.
It's quite an evenly matched fight, isn't it? For an end fight.
Yeah, he gets a few jabs in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Who has a wooden entry to an elevator shaft. It's like where you get thrown. The health and safety has gone out of the window.
Careful, this is an elevator shaft. Best stop people walking this way by putting like this flimsy wooden ball there. It is overly brutal. He does gouge the man's eyes out.
Yeah.
He's soundly beaten. He's sliced him twice in the head, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, but he seems to carry on when he had the slice in the head.
Yeah, it's a fight to the death, but there's other ways of doing it. He gouges his eyes out, and he's obviously blinded and in intense pain.
Yeah.
Seagal must think it's over. I can arrest this man. I can citizen's arrest.
Yeah,
Or I could just kill him. I could cut his head off right now.
Yeah, again. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He then breaks his spine. And while the man's flailing around with a broken spine, thinks, this isn't enough. I'm the good guy. I'm the hero. This isn't heroic enough. I'm going to throw you down a fucking elevator shaft and impale you on a random spike that's sticking up out of the ground.
Well, to me, Ben, what he's doing here, Seagal's seen the previous poor decisions that Screwface has made with not killing him when he's had the chance. Like 3 times he's thinking, if I've learned anything during this whole...
It's like the film's a parable.
I need to make sure he's dead because I don't want him coming back. He's
I'll kill him 3 times.
I've already killed the wrong one. Already killed like his brother or his twin or his alter ego.
He didn't even do anything. His brother didn't do anything. He was just smoking weed. He just started chilling out.
And a poor fighter.
Yeah, he's mentioning in Jamaica, just like spliffing out, and then like he's just come along, and got killed.
Roped into it all.
He weren't even involved.
It's like it's always happened at school.
Right, so the film got 22% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Let's look at some critics' reviews. So, Peach 2 from the Netherlands in 1998 posted, "This is a terrible movie." A bona fide Seagal classic, says Clint Morris.
Legend.
Well done, Clint.
Bonus points.
Alex Sandell says, like almost all of Seagal's pictures, it's horrid.
Rude.
Alex Sandell.
Did he not watch the first 4?
Well,
Stroke.
I think I don't think he watched them first because he's come into this a bit prejudiced. Seagal, voodoo, I like it. Lenny Muggsy. He's English. This fella's English, isn't he? Lenny Muggsy. That's an English fucking name, I guarantee you
That was one of the 500,000 people that watched it.
They went to the cinema and watched this fucking film. More humorless butchery from the ponytailed bonehead from X-Gary XX.
Why do they
or Little Kiss, Gary, Big Kiss, Little Kiss. Right, so Dickie, review this film.
I'd put out of them top 4. I'd put Hard to Kill as 1.
What, the best?
Yeah. My favourite.
Oh, yeah, I love Hard to Kill.
And then Out for Justice, and then obviously we'll review that later.
Yeah.
Because that is the 4th film.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And then Mark for Death, and then Nico.
So
but then that's
third. You've ranked Mark for Death third.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'll give it 3 stars out of 5.
Oh, right. Okay. So 3 stars out of 5 for Seagal.
Yeah.
As a film, with every other film, what would you give it?
I'll give it for Seagal. I'll give it 4 stars out of 5.
Right, Seagal, you give it 4 stars out of 5. Right, nice.
As a standalone film, I'll probably give it 2.5 stars.
Oh yeah, right, nice.
Yeah,
I like that. Bally.
I quite like this one. I enjoyed this a little bit more than Nico because I think he tried to take it somewhere different. I said it felt like it was less. It wasn't like martial arts from the first bit. It built up to it. You see him become more comfortable with guns and shooters rather than just the revolver played heavily in Nico. I preferred the villain, so I thought the villain was really good. So I thought, like we talked about, there weren't a lot of other characters, so you didn't get, there weren't an evil number two or a load of henchmen. They didn't really get a part. It was all about Screwface. I thought it was
there was no level 1 boss, level 2 boss, end boss.
No,
it was like minions. I'm going to go through minions until I get to the main boss,
and that's what made him even more scary. He didn't need. There was no 1 or 2. It's just him. It's just him, and he rules that through theatre. So I like that. I like that element of it. I like the twist. I like the twist about him. You think him dead. Like even though it felt early, you thought something else has got to happen here.
Yeah.
I like that sort of twist. The car chase was a bit different. You know what I mean? It had something else different to the film. So I think overall, I'd probably give it
Seagal rating first.
Seagal rating. I'd have it 4.
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. As a film, out of 5.
I'd have 3.5.
3.5. That's good. Yeah.
Because some of those reviews there, I think they've been a bit harsh on him. As a film there.
The only thing I worry about is that there's not enough martial arts in it, which is where we stem from.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's trying new things. Perhaps.
That's what you mean.
There's too much gun.
More gunplay.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. I think it might be because he's becoming less mobile and more lazy.
He didn't go.
But you're 3 films into your career, mate.
Yeah.
Like, put the fucking effort in.
Or is he trying to show that he's not just a martial artist? Is it he can do serious acting?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
Exactly.
Like, I want to display my marksmanship.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. I was really surprised. I haven't seen this film for ages, and I was really surprised how much I enjoyed watching it. Better than Nico.
Yeah.
In my memory, Nico was the better film out of all of them.
Yeah.
I was so wrong. I think I've mixed up Nico. I put scenes from other Seagal films into Nico.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, I'm really looking forward to this scene when we review Nico, and it wasn't in it. It was Out for Justice.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've mixed all these scenes in with Nico, and Nico's a big disappointment. And we've obviously skipped Hard to Kill, which I had the fondest memories of.
Yeah.
I thought Hard to Kill was the better film. This one, Rich has always gone on about Marked for Death, and I've always been like, Marked for Death, wicked, isn't it? Yeah. I watched it, I thought it was brilliant. It's an action film. The plot is minimal. It's basically, I've pissed you off, you've come for me, I'm going to come for you before you can come back and kill me.
Yeah.
Easy plot. There's massive errors, like taking this massive arsenal of weaponry to Jamaica and coming back with a severed head through custom. It's ludicrous.
Doable.
But it's you haven't got to overthink it. You're just waiting for the next scene.
Yeah.
There's good supporting actors. I thought, what's his name? Basil Wallace as Screwface was really good, and the way the Jamaican posse spoke, it wasn't perceived Jamaican. Let's speak Jamaican how Americans think Jamaicans speak.
Yeah.
It was like I could only understand 1 in every 3 words.
Yeah.
But I understood the words that mattered.
Yeah.
And moved the plot along. I thought Tom Wright as Charles was good. He was a Jamaican cop adjusting to working with the Chicago PD. He moved the plot along. His dialogue wasn't wasted. It wasn't, let's talk for the sake of it. It was like, well, no, I've been hunting this bloke for 5 years. This man's my career. You knew why he was hunting Screwface.
Yeah.
He'd made a career out of it. That was his that was his career objective, to bring down the posse. I thought he was really good. I thought that Keith David, who played Max, was his big black mate who looked tough. He was just there to fire the other gun, basically.
Yeah.
And to get Hatcher involved in the war.
In the first place.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the film, it's all about Hatcher had given up. He was burnt out, man. He was tired. He's seen too many children die, and all his work doesn't amount to anything. And he's ushering Max away from trouble at the beginning. I've got a bit of problem with Max being arresting people and booking people in at the police station when he's the local high school fucking football coach. That's a bit out of line. This film was edited heavily. You two have commented on it, both during this. A small kick to someone's chest, threatening to kill someone, kicking them in the chest and leaving, and the bloke's dead. There were some. This film, when it was released, was considered a video nasty.
I can't believe that.
Like, because it was brutal and gory.
Really?
There's a scene. Do you know the scene where there's the car chase and they end up in the jewellery shop?
Yeah.
There's a scene where he gets one of these.
Yeah.
There's this clip where he gets one of these blokes and says, like, "I'm going to kill you. This is where you die," and he kicks him and walks off, and the bloke's dead. In the uncut version, he delivers a really deliberate punch to the neck and breaks his neck. There's a clip later on when he's fighting his way to Screwface, the second Screwface.
Yeah.
And he drives a metal spike through someone's neck.
Oh yeah, that wasn't in that, was it?
It's like that. You momentarily see it.
You see it from the side, didn't you?
Yeah.
The film was heavily edited because they had a bad feeling that it was going to get an R rating. And an R rating is like rated 18 in England. And it really restricts the audience that can go and see it. And it affects box office massively. So they cut the shit out of it. And there's a lot of fight scenes where it's something happens and it's over in a flash and they're walking away and you're like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Where was the killer blow?
Well,
It's because every killer blow was fucking brutal and they had to cut it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would have massively restricted the audience.
It's probably why they put a load of extra padded scenes in that don't really need
Slow motion.
Slow mo.
That arm snap
looking
weren't
at
in
guns.
it in that scene either, was it?
Those weren't the only changes. By now you should realise Steven Seagal made massive changes to this film while it was being filmed. Originally Hatcher was named John Stefano. He was an Italian and he was a family man and his family was killed during the film. He was a troubleshooter working both sides. He was like a contractor troubleshooter. And when I hear that, I think Winston Wolfe from Pulp Fiction and the Direct Line adverts. Someone you phone up when you're in a pickle. And he's so good that both sides of the law want his services. Steven Seagal was like, nah, I'm a DEA agent. Because Steven Seagal's got this fucking hard-on for like government agencies. The police, the military, the CIA, the FBI, the DEA. Like every film, he's ex-CIA in Nico.
Yeah.
He's ex-whatever. Yeah, he's always
someone
ex-military, ex-agency sort of guy. So, like Nico, it was, we've got a film for you. Actually, I've got a better idea.
Yeah.
And there was a lawsuit. Seagal wanted screenwriting credit, claiming that he'd written 93% of the script. In the end,
film?
Yeah, he claimed he wrote 93% of it. This is only his third film.
Yeah.
He can't really know the biz that well. He probably can't tell the difference between demanding changes on set while you're shooting and sitting down and writing a script.
Yeah.
He can't tell the difference. So, which means for me, he's interfered in 93% of the filming.
He probably did though, didn't he? He was probably like, as you say, he don't give a fuck, does he?
Finally, the soundtrack is the balls.
It's the best.
It's the best thing about this film. It's awesome. What's the fella's name? There's
John Candy.
No. My rating would be, for a Steven Seagal film, 4.5.
Oh,
Nice.
I loved watching this film. It wasn't difficult at all. With Nico, I was cringing at some points.
Yeah, it was.
But with this, it was an easy watch. As a film overall, 3. No, sorry, I was thinking out of 10 for that one. I don't know why. For 2. As an overall film, this is a 2, 2.5.
Oh, that's 3.5.
Went 2.5.
I went 3.5.
Yeah.
I went 2.5, didn't I?
Right, so this was the review of Marked for Death, Steven Seagal's third film and second film in our 4-part review. I was joined by Lieutenant Dicky.
Goodbye.
And local celebrity Bowley.
Sangar.
What's that?
Cool Runnings. Jamaica's got a bobsleigh team.
They won triplets.